Good evening, everyone. I hope you all had a most blessed day. It's time for your daily Bible verse, and tonight we're going to read Psalm 46, verse 7. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. This is a simple saying that really goes without saying. The Lord is our fortress. We weather out the storm in Him. We run to Him. He sees, He hears, He will deliver us from our troubles. He's not blind to what struggles you have in your life, to what's going on in your life. He sees all. So if anybody thinks that He's gone blind, maybe the enemy's trying to trick you that He's gone blind. It's actually rather the opposite. The thing is, God's right there. Here's the thing, though. If the devil can sit and try and make you lose faith in God, and put that stuff in your head that, oh, He's deaf to my prayers, he just doesn't understand. Those are lies that Satan likes to put in your head. But He's with us, never will leave us, never will forsake us. He loves us so much more than we could ever know, guys. And, we just always need to be reminded of that no matter what we're going through. He's our fortress, our safe place. Any of the storms in our life are raging on, you know what? We can go into God. We can weather out the storm in Him. You know something? And here's the thing. And we'll read these verses another day and discuss them furthermore. But do you remember when Jesus and His disciples got into the boat? Jesus was sleeping and the disciples were awake and the storm was raging on. Did you notice how even though Jesus was right there in the boat with them, they were like getting worried? They're like, "Don't you care if we perish, Master?" And then Jesus rebuked the wind and the waves, and then Jesus is like, why are you so afraid? Why do you have such little faith? He was right there with them. Jesus was there sleeping, which shows us a couple things. One, He knew God had control of the whole situation, was keeping them safe. Two, if you ask me, He was like squinting, opening His eyes once in a while. He's like, oh boy, here we go, But yeah, just know God is always there, will never leave you, will never forsake you. I love you guys. Jesus loves you more, though, and you have a blessed night.